This is the moment the doors of Sednaya, known as the Red Prison, were broken and flung open by Syrian opposition forces. Prisoners, bewildered and elated in equal measure, poured out of the former regime's jails, shouting for joy as they walked out to freedom following the collapse of Bashar al-Assad's government.
Thank God, we were scared, terrified and living a nightmare inside a big prison, as if we were imprisoned in a big prison. Thank God, God has granted relief to every one of us.
Across Syria, families rushed to prisons to look for long-lost relatives, weeping as they were reunited with loved ones who vanished into the Assad dynasty's jails during his 5-decade rule. Upwards of 100,000 people are said to have disappeared into Syria's detention centres during nearly 14 years of civil war, including the notorious Sednaya prison, which opened in 1987, located 30 kilometres north of Damascus, a facility dubbed the human slaughterhouse by Amnesty International. Thousands of protesters were arrested during the 2011 Arab Spring uprising and detained. Rights groups say brutal torture methods were applied and estimate that over 30,000 prisoners have died inside since, from torture, starvation and mass executions.
Thank God we came back. People returned to their homes and their families after 13 years of not seeing them.
Women screamed as their cells were opened. Children were also freed, among them toddlers. And these men's lives were spared.
I swear to God, our execution was today, half an hour ago. Me and these prisoners. We were 54 people. Our execution was today, but we survived.
This is inside another prison. Here you can see around 30 small military-sized beds for detainees in a room around 45 square meters. Clearly, inmates lived in filth and squalor. In little more than a week, the Assad family's half-century rule has been toppled. While the time of liberation is now, what's to come is unknown. Shadia Edwards-Dashti, TRT World.